Parshas Devarim is also known as Shabbos Chazon. It's the Shabbos before Tisha B'Av. And obviously this correlation between them is not something which is going to be by accident, but something which is going to be inherent in the understanding of the Parsha itself. The whole Sefer Devarim, which is also called Mishnah Torah, so to speak, the Chazara, the review, not repetition of the Torah, is Moshe Rabbeinu speaking, the Shechina Medaberes Mitoch Grono Shel Moshe. It's Moshe Rabbeinu re-explaining the Torah to Klal Yisrael, using the words of the Shechina as spoken through his mouth. What exactly does this mean, and what does this have to do with Shabbos Chazon? At the beginning of the Parsha, it says, Ho'il Moshe ba'eres divrei HaTorah hazos. Moshe Rabbeinu begins to be meva'er, to explain, be'er, a well, the words of the Torah. Says Rashi, b'shiv'im lashon. The Torah is explained in 70 languages. Now, in our context, in the world that we live in, the Torah needs to be explained in many languages. Lashon HaKodesh, Hebrew, Aramaic are languages that not everyone is familiar with. Rashi HaKadosh already explains words in French. And throughout the history of Klal Yisrael, we find the Torah explained in the vernacular of the different countries within which Klal Yisrael traveled. The Rambam writes in Arabic. The Ramah brings in Chos Pesach that there is a Haggadah, which is all translated into German, so it can be understood by the people. But Moshe Rabbeinu explaining the Torah in 70 languages in the Midbar is a bit puzzling, because Klal Yisrael in the Midbar understood Lashon HaKodesh. Maybe people spoke other languages from their knowledge of the languages around them, but that there was a need to explain the Torah in the 70 languages. Why did Moshe Rabbeinu need to do this? This question is raised, among others, by the Sfas Emes. And the Sfas Emes explains that there's another understanding of explaining the Torah in 70 languages. We, Klal Yisrael, go into Golus and travel to each of the 70 nations of the world. Each nation has its own approach to thought. Every nation has its own language, which is not just a language, but a culture, which has a certain grasp of the world. As is said, I don't know if it's true, that in Eskimo, Inuit, there are 13 different words for snow. I would venture to assume in the African languages, there aren't any words for snow at all. And every language reflects a certain grasp of the world and a certain culture. The Torah grasps the entire world. However, we are not large enough to grasp all of the aspects of the Torah. And therefore the Torah is explained in 70 different ways, 70 languages, 70 different grasps of the way that the Torah affects the world. The original way this was supposed to be done was Klal Yisrael in Eretz Yisrael, in the Beis HaMikdash, as Shlomo HaMelech says in Malachim, V'noru elecha kol hagoyim. The Goyim would all come to Eretz Yisrael, bringing their knowledge and their culture with them. We would understand it and use it to understand the Torah. When the Beis HaMikdash was destroyed, we need to travel to the 70 languages to get that. Moshe Rabbeinu lays the foundation for this by originally teaching us this Torah in Devarim, his explanation of the Torah in all these ways, and as a result from this we come to the Geula in Shabbos Nachama.